news and notes to the coaches and players for America's team. Let us go inside the Star on 105.3 The Fan.
Good morning, Metroplex. Inside the Star here on your official home of the Cowboys with Shan, RJ Choppy, and insider Bobby Belt. Thanks for being a Tolo. That stands for Turn It On, Leave It On. The man tweeted it yesterday. Stephen Jones then went on the KNC Masterpiece and was asked if the practice window is officially opened for DeMarvion Overshown.
Yes, he is so fired up, and yes, we'll be opening that window with him, and he'll start to work back in, and I know he's fired up. I know our training staff's fired up. He's been itching at the bit to get back, but we wanted to make sure, after coming off 2 injuries, unfortunately, that he was 100% ready to go, but he's got to get, he's going to have that ramp-up period where he gets in football shape. Hadn't been in, didn't get any work in the off-season or training camp, so obviously there's work to do there. But, it'll probably take the full allotted 3 weeks for him to get prepared, but hopefully after that bye, he'll be ready to play football.
Hopefully after the bye.
Yeah, look, I mean, they've got a history of being overly optimistic about injuries in a way that then doesn't play out the way you expect. We'll be talking about one of those examples here in a second. But I mean, like last year, Deron Bland or other guys that they've talked about before, where it's like, well, we expect him back in 4 weeks, and it's always like 6, or there's something that like, they get a little more optimistic, I think, and they get excited about the idea of getting somebody back. This is one of the times where they've apparently been able to get the timeline back, because I thought last year when he went down and shredded essentially every ligament in his knee, and it was a second year in a row, I was like, there's no way he plays next year. He can't. I can't see how he could come back that quickly. He'll be back. Now the question will just be how effective is he, and how much of the same player can he be? Because that's 2 serious knee injuries back-to-back years, and how sustainable is it to be able to keep him healthy in the future?
Savon Rell will have his practice window opened tomorrow. Nick Harris reporting, briefly caught up with Rell in the locker room. He's about as happy as he's been since arriving in Dallas. Said he completely trusts the knee and is ready to get out there. And Bobby, you have my brain now in knots over this issue.
Yeah, so the way I look at this is I don't think you can. This is a redshirt year for Rell still, I think. Like, how you can get a freshman who will play, but it's like he plays enough to maintain his eligibility because he's not playing enough and he's not active enough.
Less than 4 games, right?
That feels like the kind of thing that we're going to have with Rell. I think Rell will get ramped up. I think he'll be on the roster. He may pop up in a game. We'll see him practice. He may even play a little bit. I don't think that we're considering this year his rookie year. I think 2026 is going to be his rookie year, because I think most of the time he's just going to kind of be on the shelf. He was already kind of a raw player who's still coming along and learning at East Carolina before he got hurt. This clearly was a significant injury that took 12-month recovery or 13-month recovery, whatever it was now. And I think that for them, they don't want to. I don't think they want to push it too much with him. And so I think that we're really going to see him kind of debut next year, and this year's going to be about getting his feet wet.
I also don't have a problem with taking it slow with a first round pick. You want them to be impact players year one. Second round pick would be nice. Anything beyond that, year one, I don't think I'm expecting a ton out of them in year one.
So you are expecting Overshown to play games this year and Rell not?
I expect that Rell will show up in games. I don't expect that Rell will be anything. He won't be any more active than whoever the last corner on the roster ever is. That's what my anticipation is that he will pop up in games. Maybe he'll be in there in some mop-up duty, but I think you're going to have fans all year going, well, why isn't Rell starting? Why isn't Rell just out there playing, 50% of the snaps and contributing to this level? I don't think that's the plan right now for his workload.
Cooper Beebe also 21-day practice window
21.
Opening up, and Jonathan Mingo with the knee will be activated. So Jerry Jones live at 8:30 this morning is probably going to be talking a lot about all the help and all the reinforcements as more and more Cowboy fans want a deal to be made for win now help.
This is the thing that he keeps pointing to. He keeps pointing to, we're going to get some guys back and they're going to get healthy, and that's great. It's just a matter of you've said it this week. You're putting so much pressure on DeMarvion Overshown right now.
We're getting Micah and Dion back.
Yeah.
There's so much
reinforcements.
There's so much pressure being put on him, and look, I don't doubt that he's somebody who can handle the pressure. But like he doesn't seem to have an issue with that. But it's
Jerry, by the way, putting the pressure.
Right.
I don't think Schottenheimer would do the same thing.
It's such high expectations. Here's the thing. So when you look at guys, the history of linebackers specifically who have ACL repairs in back-to-back years, there's two tracks that it can typically go. You've got the old Giants linebacker Clint Sintum, who he was drafted out of Virginia in 2009. So he had his rookie year, like Overshown, tore his ACL. Second year, tore his ACL. Same knee, I think. And then after that, third year, was on the shelf the entire year and then retired in 2012 because it was just he couldn't get himself right after that. That doesn't seem to be Overshown's case because he's already getting his practice window activated after the second ACL. So the optimistic view of this would be what Thomas Davis did. So Thomas Davis had 3 straight ACL tears. He had that happen in 20, I think it was 12, 13, and 14, or 11, 12, and 13, whatever it was. But Thomas Davis tore his ACL 3 years in a row and then came back and was a Pro Bowler 3 times. And I think he was an All-Pro once and came back on the field and was able to contribute at a high level. That's what you have to hope for. That's the positive track that you hope Overshown's going to be on. So there's history for a linebacker doing this before, but it's going to take a lot of work.
So is there like is there a clock on this? You know, like, I'll be honest. When I saw that when Jake DeGrom had his second Tommy John, all right, the second one's got a much less chance of success than the first one generally. There's a clock on it. Like it's only a matter of time before it kind of fails you. On a second ACL, is it kind of the same thing, or?
No, I mean, I think we've heard of plenty of guys who have 2 ACL surgeries over the course of their career and then they hold. It's not
just this back to back.
It's not common to have it back to back. And when, like I said, the other example we have, Thomas Davis, he had it back to back and then he got it a third year. And so that's the only kind of history we have.
When it came to drafting Rell, this was anticipated, the injury time being missed by many teams. Cowboys are like, oh, we got the special doctors and we got the special intel and the special information. If Rell doesn't play this year, in the world of draft picks and years that you get with them and value all factored in, does that justify all these teams not taking him if he doesn't play year one? If I told you year one he's not getting on the field, what would you have said about taking him where they did?
I would have been fine. It's a third round pick. So basically, if he's out for the entire year, if he's medically not able to go this entire year, then he would his contract would toll. He would basically be at the end of his contract run, the 3 years. Instead of being an unrestricted free agent, he'd be restricted. So they would have more control on his future if he does sit out. But no, he's somebody who he's worth the risk to me. And to be fair, he was supposed to be back. His initial surgery and his initial rehab, he was supposed to be back by late September. That was he looked on track for that, and then August he had an issue.
Setback.
Yeah, he had the setback in August, and that extended things a little bit. But that may have been what teams were worried about, was that if you're trying to ramp him up and really push him, he's going to have a setback.
I got some surprising pushback yesterday when I said that I was done with Trayvon Diggs after the concussion issue. By the way, Trayvon showing up to the facility yesterday, and they sent him back home. They're like, no, it's too early.
Concussion protocol, man.
You don't need to be here. Concussion protocol.
I don't think he got pushback. I think he got vitriol.
Vitriol.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I got ratioed. I don't know. 349 likes and 102 responses for 46 retweets. I never knew what the ratio was, but I'm going to read through some of the comments.
You're not ratioed. You're fine.
Okay. Reg, this is a dumb take. You have to take the salary cap ramifications into account. Reg, did you just read or did you listen to the video clip? Just hit play, dumb. It's right there for you. Overshown FC. This show seems to pop up with bad takes frequently. He's mad the defense is trash and wants to play man. Well, man looked pretty decent yesterday. Hating on Diggs for what? He wasn't even supposed to be playing, but he came back early with hard work. You tripping. You weird for that? Haha. Very funny. Good callback. Great idea, says Sake. Obviously drinking some. Let's trade a corner. So instead of only needing another D lineman, linebacker, and safety, we need a cornerback as well. I haven't heard any drama from this, just him frustrated because they keep getting cooked. It is amazing to me how you homers conveniently leave out that Trayvon just missed the game for what is probably going to be. And I said this yesterday, maybe it's a justify slip and fall and something freakish and crazy happened at home and Trayvon releases the security footage from DFW Security. They just played one of their top 2 defensive games without him, and you're still on here glazing, as the kids, I guess, would call it.
They do call it that.
That's amazing to me. If they would have lost and their third and fourth corner is sitting there getting torched and getting picked on, you would be the first ones crying and first ones pointing at him. Maybe Trayvon was in your DMs as well, and you think you guys are going to become best buddies. But the Trayvon Diggs defense was really, really surprising to me after putting that out there.
I had no idea that there was this aggressive
Are you kidding me? Have you guys ever been around this town before? With how they
I've been
treat
around this town.
superstars?
Are you kidding me? Diggs has been down at the very bottom.
Doesn't matter.
No. Hold on. It does.
This is why Twitter is not real.
No, Sean,
these are not real people. These are not bots. These are super fan, DC fan, foam finger guy coming to his
defense. Then if it's not real, it's not this city either.
It's not that. That's what I'm saying. It's social media.
This is
the city in general is all about names. Always has been. It's been about names first.
I bet I could find every one of these people is saying to bench him this season at some point in their Twitter history.
Trayvon is he's being given more coaching credit right now by these defenders. You've done more defending than Trayvon has this year. He's being given more coaching credit than actually playing credit. They're attributing the increase in man coverage to Diggs was right all along. Trayvon's been trying to tell you, let him do what he do. Let him go out there and execute and ball out and be that player. Okay. You did the same thing with Zeke. You did the same thing because you had his number 21 jersey and you went to work and you did the feed me in the lunchroom and we kept telling you the explosiveness, the athleticism, the elusiveness is gone. Judge it with your eyes, not with your jersey in your closet, but we shall see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope for the rest of the year he is productive and he can be, not shut down, but a very good corner for them, and he has a pick 6 or 2 thrown in as well. But say what I said.
I didn't know the Diggs lobby existed like this. To be 100% serious, that people have killed him even when he was an All-Pro around here. Like I thought he used to get killed too much back in the day. Presently, he's kind of earned all of it.
Yeah, he has, but again, like this is the subset of defenders on social media when it comes to the teams, and they're all the same. They all have the same kind. They have a logo in their bio or their avatar name, whatever you want to call it. It's always there. It's always been there, and it's about the names. If this was not Diggs, if it was just a run of the mill non-big name guy popped a couple years ago, you're not having near the same vitriol.
Your boy Saki on September 14th tweeted, "Is Diggs ass now?" So there's plenty of all these people have Twitter history where they're ripping Diggs.